Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking romaine lettuce 101, the basics. We're talking about this beautiful head of lettuce here, long and crispy and fresh, and so many people do love it. Now, as usual, I do have notes in front of me for these 101 videos. There's a lot of information here. It's a little too much for me to plant in my head all at one time. So I have notes here, but don't worry about copying things down because the notes are in the description box for you below so that you can copy them out, use them any way that you need to for your own personal use. About romaine lettuce. This romaine lettuce is also called cos. C-O-S. Cos. I never heard that term before, but I have seen that in reference in more than one place that I looked, okay? Has long, sturdy, green, crispy leaves. It's native to the Eastern Mediterranean and Western Asian areas. Interestingly, Christopher Columbus brought lettuce to America in his second trip over here in 1493. Interesting. Now, in the United States, romaine lettuce is largely grown in California, and it's sold as whole heads or hearts where the outer leaves have been removed, and this is an example of a romaine heart. Now, nutrition tidbits, and there's a lot to be said on this one. Romaine is considered to be the most nutritious variety of lettuce out there. So when you're at a salad bar and you see different types of lettuces, opt for the romaine if you possibly can. It has the most vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants per serving when compared to green leaf lettuce, Boston bib lettuce, red leaf, and iceberg lettuces. So it's a good option for you to choose from. You might want to reach for romaine first, okay? Romaine lettuce is considered to be an excellent source of vitamin A in the form of beta-carotene and vitamin K, folate, and the mineral molybdenum. It's also a very good source of fiber, manganese, potassium, copper, iron, biotin, thiamine, which is known as B1, and vitamin C. An important point here is it contains both iron and vitamin C, and that vitamin C that's in it will help our bodies to absorb the iron that's in it, so that makes it a valuable source of iron as well as vitamin C. The combination of nutrients that are in here also makes it a very healthy food to include in our diets, because the combination of nutrients in there helps to retard the buildup of plaque in our arteries. So we all need to eat whatever romaine we can work into our foods. How to select romaine. You want to choose leaves that look crisp and fresh and don't show any signs of aging, like brown spots and wilting, that sort of thing. That will show that the vegetable is aging, and you want to opt for a different one if you possibly can, okay? You also want to find ones that are compact for their size. How to store romaine lettuce. First of all, when you get it home, if there are some older bruised outer leaves on there, you want to remove those and maybe store them separately or discard them, depends on how bad they are, but remove them from the heads, and then you can take the remainder part, the main part of the lettuce, and wrap it up in paper towels and put it in your crisper drawer. Or there's a method that I've used for years. I'll take it and I'll wrap it up in a cloth kitchen towel. Hopefully you can see this here. Just wrap it up in a cloth kitchen towel, fold it over, and just wrap it up so that there's nothing exposed. Okay, the lettuce is completely wrapped up, and then I'll place it in a grocery store plastic bag like this, and just kind of twist it around and fold it over, and store that in the refrigerator, okay, wherever there's room for it. You want to store it in a place where it's not going to get banged up and crushed and bruised and all. You want it to stay intact as much as possible, and that will help to keep it fresh. The purpose of wrapping it up like this is because if it's stored wet in any way, it's going to cause it to rot and age. So the towel in there is going to be there to absorb extra moisture that might form in there because lettuce is mostly water. And then the bag is there to hold humidity in, so it's providing a humid environment that is not wet. You don't want to wet down that towel in any way. You just want to have a humid environment for it. So if you don't have room in your crisper drawer, you can create your own, so to speak, this way with that towel. Okay? Save the washing for when you're ready to use it. Don't wash it before you do this. It'll be a little too wet and it may cause it to rot if there's some water still sitting in there somewhere. Another important point when it comes down to storing your romaine lettuce, or any lettuce for that matter, is to keep it away from high ethylene gas producing fruits such as pears, apples, avocados, tomatoes, kiwi, and cantaloupe. Those fruits will produce ethylene gas that helps them to age, but in the process that gas will also help other foods age that are around them that get exposed to that gas. So you don't want to store those types of foods, let's say for instance in a crisper drawer, along with that lettuce, because it will cause the lettuce to age that much faster. So keeping it away from pears and apples and avocados and tomatoes, kiwi and cantaloupe, and bananas, but we don't normally put bananas in the refrigerator. Some people do. It will help that lettuce to stay crisp and fresh a little bit longer. When stored properly, lettuce like this should keep 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator. I have found like this, if needed to, it might even keep just a little bit longer. Now, some people might want to freeze their lettuce, and they'll say, can you freeze lettuce? Not if you want to use it raw. You cannot freeze it and expect it to come out like this when it comes out of the freezer. It'll be a totally different thing. If you plan on cooking it, you could potentially freeze it, but I don't think it's highly recommended to be freezing lettuce. Okay, now how to prepare it. When you pull it out of the refrigerator, if you find that it has started to wilt in some way, all you need to do is put it in a bowl of cold water for a few minutes, and it will help to revive it. Don't just automatically throw it away. Give it an opportunity to get a drink, and it will very likely plump back up and crisp back up and be ready to go and is as good as you want it to be, okay? If something looks really bad and not very palatable, you want to throw it out, okay? If something's slimy and really bad looking or mold on there, throw it out. If you're in doubt, throw it out. When in doubt, toss it out, okay? Remember that little line. Wash your lettuce when you're ready to use it in cold water. Spin it dry if you have a salad spinner. If not, you can at least blot it dry with paper towels or even a cloth kitchen towel. How to use your romaine? Well, I think most of us know that we can use it as a part of a green salad bed. It's crispy and it just adds a nice flavor and crunch to most any salad. Interestingly too, based on the shape of the leaves, you can use it as a replacement for tortilla or taco shells and put your favorite filling in there. If for some reason you're not eating or can't eat or don't want to eat tortilla shells or taco shells, you can put your filling in the romaine leaves. If you find that you don't think there's quite strong enough to hold whatever it is you've got to fill it with, use 2 leaves. Just double them up and then you can eat it like it's shaped like this. It would be nice. You could always top a bed of cut up romaine lettuce with your favorite grilled meat or grilled vegetables. Sprinkle it with a little cheese if you want to, or your favorite dressing or sauce, and it would be a nice meal in itself. Now, I have some interesting links in the notes here for things that I never would have dreamed of, okay? Romaine lettuce can be braised and served with bread and cheese. I've got a recipe here for braised romaine lettuce crostinis. It actually sounds pretty interesting, and it might be worth giving a try. And another suggestion is to take the romaine leaves and top them with something that you might put on crackers. Let's say a nut butter and some raisins or pieces of fruit or little berries or something. I've got a recipe here that I found, and it's fun. It's called Ladybugs on a Leaf. And no, there's no bugs in the recipe. What look like little bugs are actually little berries that they put in there, and they spread it, I believe it's a nut butter, something like that in there. So it would be a fun thing to do, especially with children. I've got some other recipes there. One is an shrimp and avocado summer salad roll with lettuce in there, romaine lettuce in there. Another link, here's a link for 10 ways to enjoy lettuce. Another one, 38 recipes using lettuce at Bon Appetit magazine. Here's one I never would have thought of, a recipe for lettuce soup. It really looked inviting. It was a beautiful color of green, and it just looked really good. It might be something worth trying, okay? And another link I've got here is 40 lettuce recipes that you can get excited about. So there are a lot of recipe potentials in the links that I've got here for you. So please do give them a look-see, and maybe you'll find something there that would appeal to you. If I have not answered your questions that you have about romaine, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section below. I'll be glad to help you if I possibly can. This is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Have a great day.